the work is still ongoing. There hasn't been a final conclusion arrived at here, and not everyone in the intelligence community or across the government necessarily has come to a consensus view here on how it started. But I want to go back to what I said before, and that's that the president believes it's important to know so that we can better prevent future pandemics.
I think the real story here is about the media and how they're covering this, as opposed to any real shift in risk assessment by the US government. What people seem to notice is when they put this new assessment forward, they set it with low confidence, which if you're in this business, you know that means it may very well not even have any factual basis upon which to say that. And so I think the challenge we have right now is, what do we know and not know? And I don't see anything new coming out at all that would support any change in any of the assessments we see. You know, I think if you were to do a scale of 1 to 100, with 1 being it was absolutely a lab leak and 100 being that it was actually a spillover event, much of what we're talking about is right at 50. And so that when we see a leaning towards a lab leak, it may go to 45. When we see a discussion of what might have been a spillover event, it goes to 55. You know, we're not talking about huge shifts in information or in opinions. And I think that's what's missed here. You know, could it have been a spillover event from animals into humans directly? Could it have been a potential virus in the lab that unintentionally infected workers there that then spread it? You know, we'll never know. There surely is a body of scientific evidence that says it was a spillover event. But as someone such as myself, who's been very concerned about laboratory safety for many years, I can't say with certainty that that didn't happen. And so I think that's what we're stuck with right now. We have to assume that both possibilities are real, and we have to plan for the future to say that we don't want to see another pandemic start because of a spillover event or because of a possible leak of the virus from that laboratory.
If we're going to do something to strengthen the World Health Organization, then we're going to have to push China to be more active in it and to, of course, be more honest about what happened 3 years ago in Wuhan with the origin of the COVID-19 crisis.
现在提请表决，同意的代表请举手。
I do think that right now this is a very charged issue because we've all just been through this horrible pandemic and we've seen the lives lost, the economic disruption, all the challenges we've had, and we want somebody to blame. What I, as a scientist, want is an answer as to why it happened so that we can be better prepared so it doesn't happen again. And I have to come down time and time again on the fact that the data are surely there to support that it was a spillover event. I haven't seen any data yet that supports clearly that it was a lab leak, but we can't rule that out. So I think we're going to be left with this challenge of not having an answer any more than there are those very important criminal cases that have gone cold that over time never were solved. I think this is going to be exactly the same way.